Hello, good morning once again. Uh, Today I want to talk about dealing with failures. But before I delve into that, I would like to address an issue that came up from the video that I made last week. Someone got across to me and asking, how can you be happy when you don't get your desired result? Because I mentioned back then that if you put in all the efforts, if you do everything that the three things that I mentioned in the last video, and even when you don't get your desired results, you will be happy that you do so. It seems a little bit contradictory, and he couldn't grasp that, and that I would like to shed some light into that. So don't get me wrong, the first thing we need to get out of the way is that failure is painful. Believe me, I know that failure is very, very painful. But what I'm talking about is dealing with the psychological battle that you would face after failure. Because whether you like it or not, your mind will ask you, have you done the right thing? Is you either suppress this or you allow it to manifest. And if the answer to that is no, believe me, you would berate yourself. That could lead to your feeling of worthlessness, helplessness, and several other things that will dip you down into the hole further. So when you've done all you're supposed to do, when you've done everything that is expected of you, when you put in the effort, when you can tell yourself that I couldn't have done better given the available resources, even when the result do not go in your way, you would have lesser problem to deal with. I hope that clears it. Now, how do we deal with failure? The circumstances arrive and we have failed. How do we deal with that? The first thing I would advise is allow yourself to feel the disappointment, feel the rejection, feel it. Don't suppress it in any way. Allow yourself to feel. Give yourself a day or two, maybe a week. Allow yourself to feel, but don't stay too long in that mindset. Because if you do, you can start digging the hole, and getting out of the hole of failure is quite difficult. I know, because I felt it before. Secondly, introspect. And this is a stage where you reflect on things that you did that led to that result. Are there things you could have done better? Are there areas where you did excellently well? Are there other options you should have explored? Are there, just introspect, reflect generally. Cast your mind back into the things that has happened that has led to the result that you do not like, because this is very critical. It is your ability to look inward, introspect, that would get you the action point for the next stage. Because oftentimes a lot of us want to look outward. They failed me, they do not like me, they do this, they cost me, they. But we forgot to look inward and think about what we could do, because oftentimes you cannot change what people do to you. You can only change what you do in your own way. Okay, so introspect. The next thing is to just analyze or plan it. Before you plan, you need to first weigh in your options, explore your option, because from this your reflection, what options do you have? What can you change? What can go better? What can you do differently? So explore the options. Okay, I did not read this textbook properly, or I did not apply to this particular places. I concentrated on just one places. I've been using this strategy, or just the same referees for all my prior application. Can I change that? What can you tweak? So look at it. Explore your options, and then the next thing is to come up with a strategy. Strategize how to go about that and get into action. Finally, you need to manage your expectation, because oftentimes expectations beget disappointment. And when I say manage your expectation, this is what I mean. Many a times we weigh into one direction. We weigh into one direction. And I'll leave you with a quote. I often say that I know that I've done enough, everything, I've done all I could to get the best out of this, but the outcome of the results is not in my control. I've done everything possible. I couldn't prepare better, but I cannot predict results. So I'm prepared for the best and I'm prepared for the worst. This oftentimes, this expectation, this mindset makes it a little bit better to bear, when the outcome comes. I hope this helps you. Leave a comment if you have other strategies or other ways, and if you have any question, kindly get across to me. Thank you.